Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. So in this video I'm going to address this other aspect. For anyone that does not know, there's this couple. The guy is a white American and the wife is a Nigerian, and there's been so much going on about them. But I find that whenever you make a video, people leave a comment or people leave a question, I try to address some of these comments or questions that I see. So in this one, you know, this thing about, oh, she married him for green card, she married him for citizenship and all of those things. I want to address that aspect. I feel that they fell in love at the beginning. That's how I feel. Apparently they met in China, and the guy, he has said it himself that he saw that she has potentials and he decided to take her to America and he decided to marry her. Another thing is, people always complain, this lady, for anyone that does not know, let me put it like this. In my opinion, her dressing is not a respectable way of dressing. My opinion, that's how I see it. I feel like she can do better. She's always dressing in a way that basically you can see all the ass, basically all of those things, and just some parts that you feel like people should keep, you know, private. You know, there's a place and time for things. Somebody left me a comment and say she's an entertainer, and I'm asking, how entertainer? Is she entertaining people with her body? Is that what her entertainment is? Oh, she's a dancer. Even the so-called belly dance she's doing, or she says she's doing, whatever, it originates from Egypt. We all know that Egypt is not a country where they dress anyhow. You dress anyhow, you see anyhow. They don't dress that way to do belly dance. The only thing they would show, they wear the long skirts or whatever, and they will show the belly for the dance. That's it. But they don't dress on the streets. Okay, I was asking that person, you know, people dress like that on the streets. That's not the way they dress. The so-called kini comes from. Okay, even if she's entertaining. So I was asking that person, so her entertainment is with her body that she used to entertain people? Is that what you call entertainment? There is a place for that. It's called a nightclub or whatever they call them. You understand? Or strip club. That's what they, if that's what you call that kind of entertainment, then is for the strip club. In that space. And then I asked that question, then I asked that person another question. I said, so if you say he's entertaining, she's entertaining, and you feel that she has to show everything to be able to dance. She has to show almost her anus and everything to dance. Okay, now tell me, when she's dressed like that at the airport, she's dressed like that at the shops, she's dressed like that on the streets. So is she entertaining at the airport as well? Entertaining in the shopping center and all of that? Let's be telling the truth. So anyways, that is that, because I'm addressing it because that always comes up. I'm not a fan of the way she dresses, but it doesn't stop me from saying the truth when I hear it. I've said it, I made another video which I said she's doing herself a disservice. That is it. People that talk about the way she dresses, that man, you know, I know they talk without doing small research. From what I have seen from her videos from the beginning, this girl has been dressing like that, and that guy saw her like that, fancied her like that. And those that say, what do you expect from a girl he found on the dating site? Excuse me, if she was on the dating site, he must have been on that dating site to find her. So she too, she found the man on the dating site. So they found each other on the dating site. So both of them are there. And another thing I don't think is something people frown at anymore. People can do online banking, online shopping, online everything. People are meeting each other online as well too. It is a thing. There are a lot of marriages today that came from people finding each other online. It's no longer a big deal. Unless some people that go there for other things. People that went there for serious relationship, there are a lot of people that do it. It is not a crime. People can meet each other anywhere these days. A lot of marriages these days, they met online. So that stigma, people are trying to say, what do you expect from a girl if found online? One, is not a big deal for somebody to be online, or else they were online doing something else. But at the same time, he was an online man. Do you know how many people he must have gone through before he got to her? Do you know what he was doing there on the online? Human beings sometimes are very quick to say, you don't think about it the other way. So how two of them found each other online? So it's not a girl she found online. No, he too, he's a guy she found online. So that aside, now this guy met her like that. He fancied her like that. He dated her like that. The way she dresses. Oh, this man is trying, you know. He's not trying anything. It's not like he was struggling with the way she dresses. No, he liked it like that. He dated her like that. Engaged her like that. Went to Nigeria. She not went to Nigeria, waited for. He went there to go do traditional marriage. And then from there, he went to the US, waited for her, and still went and brought her to the US the way she was. And when she's, look at her social media platform, you see him by her side, she's always dressing like that. With him, he was part of her life, and he liked it the way she was. And if you look at the so-called side chick they said he allegedly had, you can see that he has a type. And then he married her. Look at his own platform. He posted her like that. I was surprised the day I saw the video that she was doing her nyash like this with pata like this. Everything is showing. He was the one behind the camera and giggling and laughing or whatever. So it needs together. He took pictures of her like that, filmed her like that, posted them on his own platforms like that. So all these people are saying, the man really tried to tolerate a woman that dresses like that. No, that is what he likes. It is his type of woman. Coming back to this thing before I derail, he said that he saw potentials in her. Nobody is saying, oh, so you marry her for her potentials. You will marry her because we won't take her a blow. Nobody is saying that one. It is her that married him for papers. You see the double standard. Another important aspect of it all is this. Let me tell you, America, people don't know who the real Americans are. The indigenous Americans. They are not the white Europeans you are seeing there. America, the original people that owns America, they are the indigenous. Have you heard about the indigenous Americans? They are not the Europeans you're seeing. Right? They are called the Indians, the American Indians, and they get the country. Until Europeans went there and invaded the country and stayed inside. Till date, that's how America became, like citizen, a white man country. Whether you like it or not, apart from the indigenous Americans, every other person will come there, now immigrants then be. They are immigrants. So all the people you are seeing, Chinese or blacks, some of them came through slave trade. And some of them are present day migrants. So America, before some people will come and start saying, because I see some Americans talking about it, white Americans or whatever, but some people forget this part of it. So whether everybody, all of them, apart from the indigenous Americans, are immigrants into that country, different ways they migrated. Some migrated there through slave trade. Some migrated there and invaded the land and took over. Another thing people don't realize, even the Justin, nobody knows where his ancestors are from. He could be from one of the European countries. The thing is that if a white person from Europe right now migrates to America and have children, the children they have, they claim America, nobody questions how they migrated, how they got here. But if it's a black person or whatever, then I say, how did you enter America? People will be looking at whatever. Justin could be a second generation of his family. Maybe they came from Europe. It's even possible that Justin, his ancestors may be black. When I'm looking at his nose, let me tell you guys, he has a black man's nose. Let's be honest. His nose is not pointy like typical Oyibo nose. So let's be honest, even him may be a fourth generation of a black family. It's possible. Not too long ago, he was live streaming without his shirt on. If you look at that picture and you look at his nipples are black. I have white people in my family and typically their nipples will be pink. His own is black. It's possible he's even a descendant of a black family. If he is, it means that his own ancestors are immigrants too. So people migrate to America in different forms. So people went there, visa lottery. So people went there, it was through love, marriage. They got there. So people went there through a job opportunity, education, and then they stayed. The migrants that came as the white Europeans that came and invaded the land. So there are a lot of ways everybody ended up in America. So she ended up in America through marriage. That is her own story. Every person, apart from the indigenous Americans, every other person that came into America, they have their own ways they entered that America. Her own happens to be through marriage. So all this, she must have married him for green card. She must marry. Don't forget that she didn't call him and say, "Call you and marry me." He went and married her. He made the choice to marry her. I really wanted to address her because I don't think some people understand it. That's how she ended up there. Unfortunately, I personally believe that she, was in love. I personally believe, because another thing that was happening, when some people say, "Oh, look at the way she's dressed," she was able to say, "Yeah, even though I dress like that, at least I was still able to get a husband." The typical our mentality. So, I believe her marriage was something that she was proud of. But there's nothing wrong with being proud of your marriage. I believe she loved her husband. I don't know whether she later fell out of love. I don't know. But I'm just saying that I believe that's how she ended up. I personally do not believe she went there for green card. I do not believe that. But like I said, people are pointing fingers at her and say, she got green card. She married him for green card. You don't talk about him, that he said it with his mouth, that he saw potentials in her. And according to, was it the sister? Or that they said she didn't own a bank account in her own name throughout the marriage. He had student loan that he was owing, that her money he was using to pay off his loan. They said during lockdown he couldn't do his chiropractor job because lockdown there was a COVID, so there was restriction about contact touching people, and his job involves touching people, you know. And at that time he was not open. She was the one feeding him and looking after all their expenses. Nobody is saying, oh, he married her. Because he said it. He met her the way she was. He said he saw potentials. Nobody say, oh, so you married her for her potentials, and then you did not allow her to open bank account, according to what the sister reported. Oh, you did not even, you were using her to pay off your student loan. Wow, you took advantage of her. You were, what's it called now? She was the one funding everything. Oh, so you married her to use her. So you married her for this, and you married. Nobody is saying that. It is the woman that they're saying she married him for green card. Why the double standard? Anyways, I've said what I feel about it. At the end of the day, no matter what, all people in America are migrants. They migrated into that country in one way or the other. Her own happens to be through marriage, but Justin's ancestors were not original owners or indigenous people of America. As long as Justin is not an indigenous American, he too is a product of migration. So at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, is the equation balanced? That's how I see it. As always, whatever your opinions are, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye.